This is how you get lean in the next 30 to 60 days. I use this simple 5-step system in order to get lean in 1 month without having to make crazy changes to my diet or workout routine. First thing you need to do is find your maintenance. And you can do this by just searching up calculators online, such as Omni Calculator. So you can put your stats in and it'll tell you your maintenance calories. And you may think, but Jeremy, why do I need maintenance calories? Why can't I just start the diet right away? Who cares? But the thing is, when you know how much calories you should eat each day for maintenance, it's gonna be easier for you to track what foods you eat and keep yourself accountable. What you need to do is download MyFitnessPal. Then as soon as you go into the app, you're gonna go to goals. Once you go to goals, you're gonna set your goal for the amount of weight you wanna lose. You're gonna make it so you lose about a pound a week, maybe a half a pound. You don't wanna go too crazy. So what the app's gonna do is it's gonna take your maintenance calories and it's gonna subtract a certain amount so that you have less calories you're eating. But you're probably thinking, I could just track in my head. I don't need an app to tell me what I should and shouldn't eat. Like, I can just look at food and just figure it out. You really don't know how much stuff is in the food that you're eating. How often are you really checking the ingredients of everything you eat and be like, okay, it has this much carbs, this much proteins, this much macronutrients. You're not always checking this. You're not always conscious of it. But the app, you just log the thing in you're eating and it'll tell you the amount of all the things you need to track for. I remember I was having sushi and I checked the ingredients and realized sushi has 43 grams of carbs. That's a lot of carbs, right? And when we're trying to get lean, we're trying to cut down on carbs. So me thinking I was like, this is low calorie food because it's only 200 something calories and I can eat 2 of them. Yeah, thinking I was going down on calories, I ate a boatload of carbs. Next thing is you need to be in a caloric deficit. So what we need to do here is eat less calories than our maintenance. That's gonna equal fat loss. And something you're probably thinking right now is, why can't I eat as much as I wanna eat, but just train really hard or train extra and sweat more? You're going to keep eating back everything that you just burnt off, which means you're going to go on an everlasting cycle with no gains in progress. Probably wondering how much of a calorie deficit I should go into. So for those that are over 170 pounds, 700 to 750 is a good calorie deficit for you. However, for those under 150 pounds, 500 and under is a good calorie deficit for you. So you can do your research based on your body and go on a deficit based off what you find. The next thing is you want to eat low calorie dense food. So this is stuff like Greek yogurt and eggs and oats. And you're probably thinking, well, why can't I eat the high calorie foods I want and just eat the amount that reaches my calorie level? Well, you're thinking that, but really when you eat those high calorie sugary sweets, like say you get a milkshake and you get fries, that's like 700 calories. And you're not going to be full. Let's be real. You're going to want more. And that's what leads to you overeating and going over your calorie level because you're trying to add these sugary stuff in to still meet it and you're still going to be hungry. But the low calorie dense food, it still has enough to fill you up and you're eating stuff that's healthy. I used to do the cheat meals where I go to Taco Bell and I get the Baja Blast and 3 crunchy tacos and I'd say, oh, it's healthy. It has lettuce and tomatoes. But the truth is I'd still be hungry after, which would lead to me getting more food later on that wasn't even healthy. But when I switched over and I started eating yogurt, I started eating eggs, I started eating lean meats, I was getting full further and I checked my app at the end of the day and I have 300 calories left I could still eat. But I say, no, I'm good. I'm already full. That's what happens when you start eating the low calorie dense foods. When you start focusing on the quality more than the quantity of food you get in, you're going to end up meeting your calories. And sometimes you're under, and that's okay to be under if you're full. Next thing is your workout routine. I advise you do calisthenics and cardio. You're probably thinking, bro, what's the point of me doing cardio? I hate cardio. It's annoying. I get it. But you just got to fight that initial part. The initial uncomfort is the hardest part of starting cardio. But you just got to slowly get yourself into it. Like you start off with doing 5 minutes of walking on the treadmill after the gym. Then next time you may do 6 minutes or 7 minutes of walking. And then eventually maybe in a couple weeks, you start jogging. It's like running uphill. When you start running uphill, you have to put a lot of acceleration and get a lot of momentum to go up the hill. Once you're like midway through the hill right here, it's easy to sprint up the top of the hill. It's just getting through that initial hard part, feeling that uncomfortability, and keep going. And calisthenics are super important for building your fundamental muscles that are going to help you get lean. You're probably thinking, bro, why is this man so big on calisthenics? You need to think about it like this. Say you're trying to pick a girl. You're trying to look for a girl that has good values, good morals, basically a good foundation so it can set the direction of your relationship. It's the same thing with calisthenics. Once you're good at the basic movements, it gives you a good foundation for the direction you can go in getting lean. And next thing you gotta do is power through failure. You don't wanna get sidetracked because you made a mistake. Oh, bro, I messed up my diet. I ate that cookie. I might as well just get that chocolate milk too because I already messed up on my diet. I'll just restart tomorrow. You'd be surprised how often fit people mess up on their diet and they eat the cookies. All these gym influencers, they still mess up and have cheat days too. The difference is the moment they mess up, they get right back on track. They're like, all right, let me get back to my clean diet. You ate a cookie? All right, bet. Next meal is a salad. It's like James Clear in the Atomic Habits. He says you don't fall to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. You're like a rubber band. You're gonna keep snapping back to the basic level of your mindset, to the basic level of your habits. If you think, oh, if I mess up once, then I can go back to binge eating like I used to, that's what you're gonna keep doing. Every time you mess up, you're gonna keep going all the way down the rabbit hole. But if your idea is, okay, I mess up, I'm gonna eat clean on my next meal, you're back to the right point. That way you're not gonna keep messing up all your progress over one meal. And you're probably thinking, but what if I mess up 2 days, 3 days? It's the same principle. You mess up the next day, you figure out what you did wrong, and you avoid whatever caused you to eat all the Doritos and chips and all that type of stuff. You try to do better than you did the other day. It's all in the effort. If you make the conscious effort to do better, remove the distractions, you're gonna see progress. Click the pin link in the comments to get my one-on-one help with building an aesthetic body. I'll see you in this next video.